So now we'll learn the letter base. This is the second letter in the alphabet. And notice that there's three lines. Here's a thick black one empty space in between it, and then a thick black line again. So essentially the distance of the space in between is the same as the lines. So line, line, line. If that confused you or whatever, don't worry. We'll see it clearly in a second. So I'm going to dip twice and make the letter base. And the way that you do it is you start on top here above the actual line and you make this half moon kind of shape just like this. Almost as parentheses. And then I'm going to pull it back from here. I'm going to pull it back. So now I have a line. Now I need to make my second line. So I'm going to go make another parentheses over here. And then pull this one back. But I'm going to pull it back a little bit further than the top line. In other words, the bottom line goes a little further. Now I come from the right corner, I make a little line here, and I bring this down, and I make this nice and thick. The back over here, I'm going to just bring it up just a little bit so that there's a point over there. And finally, I'm going to add what's called the tag, which is this little guy over here. And that's the letter bet. So again, line, there's going to be a space, there's a line. Let's go through it a little slower. The first thing to do is the half moon. This is the first step. Now I'm going to continue moving over just a little bit, so I'm going to be going this way. The next thing to do after you make your parentheses is to come back. Let's go to the next step. Parentheses, pull it back. Now I make another parentheses over here on the bottom. I'm going to continue over here. This is line 2. Let's go here. So I start with the parentheses, I pull it back. I make another parentheses below, and now I pull that one back too. You'll look, I made a little bit of a mistake here, but that's something that you can edit out pretty quickly. So, let's go to the next step. And this would actually be better, the bottom line, if it's a little past the top one, right? So you want it to go a little past that line, a little further. So we start with this parentheses, half moon, we bring it back. We make another one, we bring this back, and we make it a little further than the top line. And then we come from the corner over here, from the top corner, and I'm going to make a line bringing it down. Just going to bring it down like this. Make a nice thick base. Now this corner on the bottom, I'm going to bring it up just like that. It's pointy too. May have combined a couple of steps in one over there. Half moon, bring it back, another one, bring it back, go a little further than the top, start from here and come down, and then bring this up just a little bit. The final step would be to add the tag, or this top thing, and you just make a little circle dot and bring it down. So from the top, I'll zoom in and make one last base, and we'll call it a day on this letter. Again, any questions, feel free to ask. This is going to be the final one. Start up here, bring it over, little parentheses, come back a little further than the top, start in the top right corner and come down, make this angled, and add what's called the tag. And that is the letter base.